Hello and welcome to Magical Travel Adventure. I am Lauren, your host, and today we are going to be talking about one of the Disney World resorts, Saratoga Springs. This is not a common resort that many people stay at, as it is an exclusive DVC resort, but you can still stay here, and we'll get into that in a minute. Again, if you're new here, I am Lauren. I'm a travel advisor. I specialize in family vacations with personalization just for you. I do a lot of personalized planning, especially for Disney and touring plans and all that stuff. So make sure if you need help planning your next trip, you reach out with the information below. So let's get into Saratoga Springs because this is a resort that is a DVC exclusive resort, meaning that there are no regular rooms, there are only DVC rooms. Now, this is not going to be a resort for everyone and not one that I would recommend for first timers. This is a resort that is sort of off the beaten path. So it's not really, it's over by Disney Springs, which is the shopping and entertainment area. And it's just not going to be for everyone. So Saratoga Springs has gone through many transformations over the years, and it's landed on Saratoga Springs. So it's supposed to be themed for, that New York Saratoga. I will say they try, and it's probably not one of the true themes of Saratoga as someone who's been there many times. Now, this resort is quite large. So on the right-hand side here, if you're watching this, these are the DVC rooms here. And as you can see, they are very spread out. On the left-hand side, these are the treehouse villas. So what happens here, if you're watching, is as you can see that there's all these rooms here, there is a pathway here that will eventually come over here and bring you over to the treehouse villas. This is probably the most spread out resort on Disney property. There are internal buses that will take you around. There is one main area here. So you're gonna want this to go to this main area no matter where you're coming from, but just know how spread out it really is at this resort. As you can see, like if you're staying at the top of the resort, you're going to have to get here. The internal buses will work. A lot of people drive because Disney Vacation Club are for people who own points. So the resort basics, it's a DVC resort, meaning that it's basically Disney's timeshare option at Disney World. People buy in and then they use their points to come and visit certain times of the year. You can pay cash for these rooms, so you are welcome to do that, and they are for a certain price. You can book them up to 7 months in advance, but not before them if you're paying in cash. If you own here at Saratoga Springs, you can book at 11 months. They have studio, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom villas, and the treehouse villas. So those are the options that you can get. There's a quick service, a table service, and some lounges. There are 4 pools, and there's bus transportation. There's bus transportation for the internal stops, and then there is bus transportation to the parks. There is also a boat that will go to Disney Springs. So like all the Disney resorts, there are certain things that happen at all the resorts, no matter which one you stay at Walt Disney World. I'm doing a whole series on all of them. So these are some of the options that you have. You have that front desk staff. You have complimentary transportation to the parks. There's a quick service dining at all the resorts. There are multiple pools, arcades, a gift shop, and activities at the resorts. So this is what a 1-bedroom studio looks like. And Saratoga Springs went through a refurbishment like during COVID. It was like in the process of happening during COVID. So these are all redone. So this is a queen bed, and then there is a Murphy bed that pulls down for your second bed if you're in those studio rooms. Studio rooms are the closest to a standard room that you would have at any other resort. Then there are the 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. I'm not showing the 3 bedrooms. They're very hard to get if you do not own the DVC resort, but it is possible, obviously. This is the kitchen area. So basically what happens here is there is a full kitchen, meaning there is a refrigerator, a freezer, a cooktop, a stove, a microwave, all the utensils you might need, plates, cups, silverware, all that's there provided. And then there is this couch and another place here. So this underneath the TV here pulls down for a bed. Down here, it pulls down. So you have this, the couch pulls down, the Murphy bed. So it turns into a queen bed. And then there is a little seat here that someone could actually sleep on. And then there is the bedroom that you could also go. There's the physical one bedroom. The bathrooms here are, typical bathrooms, shower, toilet, and then the sinks are over there. Then we also have the treehouse villas. These are sort of set off in the distance, and guess what? They're set amongst the trees. So you can see one here. They are kind of dated. Again, they have that full kitchen and full area. They have different sleeping arrangements. So, if that is of interest to you, I really recommend that if it's more of like a stay and not maybe a park heavy time. So if we move on to dining, Artist's Palette is one of the places that that's the quick service option. The Padlock Grill is another quick service option. And then the Turf Club Bar and Grill is the sit down table service restaurant option. And then there is the Turf Club Lounge, which is a lounge. So, and people kind of enjoy that. At one of the pools, there's the backstretch pool bar. So you can enjoy that. And then there's the On the Rocks lounge at one of the other pools. And then there is a shop. It's a typical Disney shop, Artist Palette shop, that you can, get your Disney merchandise. It does have more food stuff, like freezer stuff, because this is a Disney Vacation Club. So there will be more food options that you can get, so you can go back to your room and make it, as many of them have the full kitchen. The studio rooms do not have a full kitchen, so make sure that you know that. Only the 1, 2, and 3 bedroom villas have the full kitchen, as with all DVC resorts. There are pools here. There are different pools. The main pool area is going to have this fun slide. So it's definitely, this is the pool that a lot of people want to be at. It went backwards on me. And then what's unique about this is that there is a spa at Saratoga Springs, and this spa is just as good as the one at Grand Floridian, if not better. People talk about this spa and going to this spa often. It is very popular. People love to come here. They love getting their treatments here. They have their favorite, technicians that work here, and they try and get those technicians every time they return. So just know that this is a very popular place. You could go to the spa and make an appointment at the spa, even if you're not staying at Saratoga Springs. So you can make an appointment whenever, if it doesn't matter if you're staying here or not, but this is one of the options that you can go to. Wow, that went all the way back. Sorry for those of you watching. It's going really fast. There is also the Lake Buena Vista golf course is right on property, so you don't need to go anywhere. So this is one of the unique options also, that Saratoga has the golf course right there. Again, you don't need to be staying here to use the golf course. It's just the ease of it. So if you have someone who's big into golf, this might be the resort for them. So again, like I said, the transportation, there are internal bus stops. A lot of times you might not know, you don't have to wait for the internal bus stop always. You can get on any of the buses that are going to Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. They will end by going to the main lobby, so you could get off there. And then when you want to return, you could just get on one of the internal buses at that point. There is a boat that you could take to Disney Springs also, because you're very close to Disney Springs. So one of the pros is this is a DVC accommodation. So it's nicer. If you go for the 1 bedroom and above, you have that full kitchen, and that's what people really typically why people like to stay here. And people who want to stay closer to Disney Springs, this is a great option. This is definitely a quieter resort, and having that golf course is really a big plus. Now, the cons are those internal bus stops. It's the most internal bus stops out of any resort. There are way more stops because it's not just the main buildings. It also has to go out into the treehouse villas. So please understand that there is a commitment if you're going to be taking the buses. The rooms are also very spread out. Each area is also kind of spread out, and I don't ever recommend this for first timers. That can be confusing to navigate on top of also going to the parks. This is great for like longer stays, work trips. If someone has to work while being at Disney World, this is a great place to stay. I've had Meredith on before. This is one of the places she stayed. And if you want to use that full kitchen and maybe you want that separation from the parks. Clients say that they love this resort. There are some clients that just absolutely love this resort, but they've been going for many, many years. They like being able to walk to Disney Springs if they can get close enough. Their rooms can be closer to Disney Springs. And they're normally people who are having a much slower trip that are not doing as much park time. Doesn't mean that you can't do as much park time, but a lot of people who go and stay at Saratoga Springs drive and have their own car. So just be aware of that. This is not a resort for everyone. This is just going to be for a select few people. And that's why a lot of people use me to figure out what those resorts are that will work best for them. So that will do it for today's show. Please let me know in the comments what questions you have, and I will see you next time on Magical Travel Adventure. Bye.